all time.
Best football player of all time.
What did Mahomes have to say?
Is this a trick question?
They're not talking about you, Patrick.
Let's be honest. The game you play
shouldn't even be called football.
Why are there basketball players in this commercial?
Oh, I can play football.
There's football.
And then there's football.
Or football.
Football?
It takes equal parts.
Power.
Poise.
finesse.
They play on a bigger stage.
To any of us.
I love that every time this commercial airs, I get to drink another Mountain Dew.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the campus of Utah Valley University, where the Jackrabbits of South Dakota State University take on the Wolverines of Utah Valley. I am Sam Allen.
This is Chase and Talbert tuning in. Second duel of the weekend last night, returning off a big win against North Dakota State University's Bison. UVU came away with the win that last night.
Yeah, that was a nice victory to tune us up for a power-packed match tonight. Number 11th ranked South Dakota State. They've been wrestling on a tear. Ranked here in the just outside of the top 10. We love having this top competition come into town. Right now we're announcing our wrestlers about to our 197-pound weight class. But yeah, Jason, what do you think? You got big competition coming into town. What do you do? UVU is unranked. We got a couple guys in the mention in the top 25. What do you think?
A lot of good opportunity. You look through South Dakota State Jackrabbits lineup. They got 8 guys out of 10 in the rankings. Number 5 with Tanner Sloan being their leader, and number 4 DeVos, a senior at 174. And so big matches, big opportunities for Wolverines to upset some guys.
Yeah, some of our ranked opponents are going up against some of the top talent in the country right now. So, as we go through this, we're going to have a power-packed night. You know what? I always say this: you want to be the best, you got to wrestle the best. And I'm telling you, there's nothing quite like Big 12 wrestling. Every week, doesn't matter where you're coming from, you're going to have a good duel if you're in the Big 12 here.
Yeah, South Dakota State. This will be their last stop on a big road trip. They've been wrestling the Wyoming Cowboys, and then they stopped somewhere else to wrestle before us. So big trip for them before they head back to Brookings, South Dakota. Another good opportunity, though, at the end of a long road trip. Sometimes guys are getting a little beat up. They've had to make weight a few times in a row.
Yeah.
There's some opportunities there, maybe push some guys in the third round.
Weigh in 3 times in 4 days. That'd take a tax on anyone. But like I said, nice tune-up match last night. North Dakota State, the Bison came into town. We came away with some big victories, and what I mean by big is we took advantage of a victory and turned it into those bonus points. We had pins, we had tech falls, we had major decisions. That oftentimes is a really, really strong indicator of who's going to win the duel, who can come away with those bonus points. Matches are always going to be close, but let's just keep in mind that if we can eke out a victory and win by those bonus points, we can put ourselves in a good position.
Yeah, every match matters, every match counts. Guys just going ahead and doing the coin toss now to see who gets option. They're going to start the duel at 25s tonight. Yusuf Lilly representing Utah Valley University.
Yusuf's going up against number 18 ranked Tanner Jordan, a senior. So, I mean, if you look at South Dakota State's lineup here, senior at 125, ranked sophomore, senior at 141. I mean, this is a veteran team. They're poised to make a big mark on this dual season, on Big 12 Conference, and love to see good wrestling here in Utah Valley.
Yeah, South Dakota State, Iowa State. I mean, there's some really stiff competition in the Big 12 Conference this year, and love to see it. These matches, these dual meets matter because it affects seeding going into Big 12s, which the right seed can mean or not mean you're going to nationals.
We'll talk more about this as we get to it, but at 141 pounds, we were excited to see number 25 ranked Clay Carlson wrestle. He's going to have a fill-in. Caleb Gross, a senior, is going to step in at 141 pounds. So a couple of these ranked matchups that we were hoping to see aren't going to happen tonight, but that's one. We But here we are at 125 pounds, number 18 ranked Tanner Jordan going up against Yusuf Lilly. Yusuf always comes out. I love the way that his motion and his intensity is right off the bat. He's got great motion. It's low to the ground. Jordan locks up in a collar tie here.
Tanner Jordan, a senior out of St. Paris Graham High School in Ohio. Legendary program over there. Tough wrestling in Ohio. He's been at South Dakota State his entire career. Had some big wins this year, and looks like Yusuf controlled the center of the mat, pushed him out of bounds, no stall warning.
I've said this, you know, when you say, hey, this wrestler spent his whole career at South Dakota, I feel like that's becoming less and less common because you see
the
guys
transfer portal, NIL
portal
stuff going on.
The transfer portal has changed everything, and you know, so that's why you'll see guys that win a national championship and then they'll go to another program, and you could easily see teams come and go out of some major contendership just with a few transfers.
Right.
I mean, I think Michigan's a good example of that. Man, they put together a good team. They got a lot of transfers in.
Yeah, Michigan upsetting Iowa last night, number 2 in the country. They upset them by a lot, too. And so there's a lot of things that happen between seasons and even between semesters. But both guys fighting in the center here. Yusuf controlling the wrist of Tanner Jordan until he breaks free.
Jordan long and lanky, and Yusuf small and compact. Oh, nice sweep single. Man, that's a nice drape position here.
Yeah, quick to get it up in the Iranian position.
What's he trying to do here, Chasen?
Yusuf's going to want to pick a side, step over an ankle, push that head pinch off. Tanner Jordan looking to keep an ankle. And now he's got an arm trap, so this is kind of precarious for Yusuf. Tanner Jordan really gamey here as he gets this angle on him. You got a guy that has you lifted up, and if you can trap his own arm against his body, then you have a pinch there and nothing to stop you from cutting that angle.
I feel like there's a unique physique or unique body type that makes you good at this, just kind of these tentacles come around. He traps Yusuf's arm against his body, and he felt comfortable kicking his hips off the top and coming behind, so Jordan comes away with that 3-point takedown.
Short time left in the first period.
Jordan super duper tight on that spiral ride. Again, he now pulls him to the side. Green's choice. Yusuf chooses in the second. He defers.
Slow start off the whistle. Lilly with a half Nelson tight waist. Jordan gets a foot on the mat. That'll be an escape for South Dakota State.
Another sweep single. So Yusuf can get to this. He's got to just keep this. Man, Jordan is stingy here.
Yeah, Yusuf picks him up with one hand, looking to finish. Now he's on his belly, so this is not a good position here.
Yeah, you're going to look that Jordan's going to keep keeping his hip high and try to extend Yusuf. You see him pull up on this elbow here. There's so much torque going on here. Yusuf's face is wincing in pain, but he holds on for a stalemate. Crazy to think that that's a best case scenario coming out of such a nice sweep single shot.
Yeah, more offense coming out of Utah Valley thus far in the match. Haven't seen any significant attack attempts from Tanner Jordan.
Jordan, though, keep coming back to a heavy collar tie here, and you see that he keeps going back to that, and you know he's got something in his arsenal here. Oh, Yusuf tries to do a throw-by.
I think Tanner Jordan just read that correctly and was able to block down there.
Again, I think good opportunity where Yusuf throws it, goes all the way down to his hip, but then ends up getting stopped. That didn't turn into something where we end up giving up that 3-point takedown. Good recovery.
"15 seconds left in the second period. Hard snap by Yusuf.
What do you think here? I mean, as the second period rolls down here, Chase, and look, I mean, Yusuf's still got his quickness. He's still feinting and opening up opportunities. But here's the thing. We've had 2 really good shots, unsuccessful, so we know we got to really power up and we got to finish hard on these shots in order for it to make a difference.
Tanner Jordan really good on top here. Already with 28 seconds of riding time. Yusuf looking to escape before that crest the minute mark.
Jordan again, the spiral ride. He's long, he's lanky, he creates that pressure and that torque. Oh, with a half Nelson now, he switched that from a claw to a half Nelson. Still got that inside thigh blocked. Again, just creating that pressure on a spiral ride. He's just got to get his head up here. He doesn't want to keep his head down low. I'll easily get us bumped down and a turn perhaps. This is what I'm talking about. Yusuf's got to get his head up.
Jordan doing a good job. Runs that half really tight there.
Look how tight this is.
Yusuf looks to hip over and doesn't quite get the angle.
Jordan, I mean, watch this. He's relentless here. Look at the lock he has here. Yusuf just keep peeling this off. Just constant pressure going to that half, pulling that head down, driving forward. Notice the pressure going forward, keeping Yusuf broken down on his hip here. Again, he's going to that half again.
"30 seconds left in the match. It'll be a stall warning."
What do you think about that stall? I mean, Jason, it's almost like when you got a guy riding as tough as Jordan's riding, it's like, yeah, maybe what I got to do to just get a fresh start is hunker down. I don't want to get turned here.
Yeah, there's a fine line there. I mean, both guys got to keep working, and the whole job of the referee there is to make action continue. And Lily up to his feet quick, and he does break his hands there, breaks the lock, but gets tripped back down.
Again, Jordan just got that little bit of length, a little bit of that wire strength, and just seems to be able to be in the right spot at the right time. Pulls him back. Yusuf high hips. And we're in a weird scramble position here. Yusuf did catch his toe, so he's going to look to put both arms underneath this. Still scrambling here. Interesting.
Kind of put Lily in danger there as time runs out, but that'll be it for the match. Riding time, Tanner Jordan 5-0 over Yusuf Lily.
And now up at 133 pounds, number 17 for South Dakota State, Cardinal, taking on your Utah Valley Wolverines.
Now up, number 17 for South Dakota State University, Derek Cardinal, sophomore, wrestling Case Mauger for Utah Valley. They're right into it.
Marger's come away with a couple victories over the last few weeks over ranked opponents, just inside the top 32. I believe last night came away with a victory over 26th ranked. So when you get a 17, I mean, we're in the ballpark. We're in the ballpark to be ranked. Marger wrestling tough here.
Mauger out of Wendell, Idaho, comes down. He's really good in those Russian ties. He's got a lot of offense from there. Super gamey. Had some big wins this season, last season as well. Upset it at 25's Noah Certain of Mizzou here at Utah Valley University.
Yeah, that was great. That was a great victory. Mauger doing a lot here. Not afraid to tie up that Russian tie and that Greco style. Nice changeup by Case, still stalking.
Yeah, stayed in the stance, kept continuing forward.
Oh,
Cardinal
Mager
reached from space, gets to a lock, but Mager not really going down easy there. He goes whizzer.
Whizzer and adjusts out to a front
he's got a
headlock
tight
here.
front head there.
That was so tight. He started tweaking him to the side, and man, oh man, he almost turned that into some offense, but pushes his head to the side. He's looking to jump behind.
Crowd wants 3, not quite. He's getting the angle, and that's
There he goes.
3.
That's 3 takedown. Nice job by Case Mager.
Extremely gamey there. A lot of transitioning, a lot of momentum switches that he had to read to be able to get that angle.
Not only that, we're on the edge of the mat where either guy could have been like, listen, let's just get a fresh start. Mager relentless there. He goes, you know what? No. Oh, what? Looked like a front 3/4 almost right there.
Hey, they're still wrestling on the edge. I thought Cardinal, he had a chance
There he
to
goes
kind of
again.
go out here. I think they will. Both guys get a fresh start in the center. 45 seconds left in the period. 30 seconds of riding time for Case Mager.
A roll through there. He's attacking Mager's legs. Mager does a good job to snatch that wrist.
He's
Great
got a
pressure
bar.
forward. Now we're going to the. He's got to
30
push him forward
seconds,
here.
but
Whip him. Yep. Oh, he doesn't do enough to keep that arm behind him. No way.
Oh, they give an escape there. Run
For a
over the
front
camera
headlock.
girl.
You give an escape for a front headlock.
Felt like the ref felt like he had a loss of control there. Regardless, they'll be on their feet with the last 20 seconds. Mager back in on his Russian tie.
I feel like Mager's super confident here. Oh, here we go to a shot. Mager's leg is covered here. 2 seconds left. You got to hold on here and defend off.
Yeah, he doesn't shy away of feeding his hips to guys, and sometimes guys get in really deep, but Mager feeds into them, so feels comfortable there. South Dakota State chooses bottom going into the second period.
Oh,
Wow.
tries to roll there and it gets a near fall count, but it came out from behind it.
Case Mager just cresting the minute mark or riding time before Cardinal earns the escape point. Current score 2-3 favor of Mager.
Inside block and a seatbelt tie. Cardinal with a arm clear down around Mager's waist, but now we come back up, both in neutral position.
Mager doing a good job controlling the center, continue stalking, stay in his stance.
This is good right here. Mager can control here, create out some offense, earn this stall warning.
Mager just looking,
Outside shot.
he gets to
still
the
gets
angle.
deep.
Yeah, very deep. Looking to shelf. Mager turns
turns.
the corner and goes ankle. These guys are scrambling. Mager in better position now.
Now we see him elevate. Watch, he's going to elevate and go towards his head. But man, oh,
Cardinal hits
Cardinal.
over. Both guys still scrambling. Cardinal in a better position though as they go out of bounds. I don't know that they're gonna get a takedown here. That'll be it. They've been out for a minute.
yeah.
They've been out of bounds for a while.
Man, but I, honestly, I'm sitting here holding my breath. Our referee, I was like, okay, when's he going to call him out? But man, he let him wrestle on the edge there. Great scrambling. I mean, both guys, it's like, honestly, you can't.
South Dakota State 21 seconds left in the second period. Both guys on their feet.
All right, so hey, we're back in action. Both guys got a little bit of a breather here with a referee review of that scramble. South Dakota State said, hey, you know what? We thought that was a takedown. Referee says, no, no way. And another shot right through here. We're still scrambling, and a three takedown is given.
Yeah, he went underhook and ran the Garza bar there. Right as time ran out. Those end of period takedowns are super clutch in college wrestling. Put Cardinal in the lead going into the third period. And Mager chooses neutral.
It's good. I think it's good. I think he sees Cardinal can ride on top. He says, you know what, I'm going to hold on to my riding time. Mager's got his own riding time advantage. So as it stands, I mean, the match is 4-5, so we're down by 1. A 3-point takedown could be massive here. Oh, nice fake here with that, took that hand off post. Oh.
Cardinal with a re-attack, kind of.
Mager again, not scared to feed hips, but ends up in a bad position and gives up a 3-point takedown.
Yeah, not the best exchange. They go stale there. Mager to his feet, gets kind of whipped back down. Cardinal with a good job riding that ankle.
All right, here we go. We get to both feet. Mager reaches back, maybe trying for that whizzer.
He does. He likes to reach back there. Cardinal a little bit savvy to it, doesn't let him get the angle. Mager back to his feet for a third time. They go out of bounds. 44 seconds left in the match. Cardinal riding a spiral claw.
Similar to what we saw from Jordan. Can't but think that those guys are practice partners, and some of that technique wears off on one another. Mager with, again, another tight whizzer.
Yeah, he does get it this time. He's looking to feed his hips over. Kind of a early stall call.
Okay, we could shake him down here. We could shake him down and turn into something with 10 seconds left. Oh, he's going to roll here. He's going to roll here.
He's looking for that Granby, but
roll.
Time expires there.
Hey, you know what? Mager gave it his all right at the last to try for that Granby roll, but it wasn't enough. Too little, too late.
Yeah, decision for South Dakota State puts the team score 6-0.
And now up at 141 pounds, number 25 for South Dakota State, Clay Carlson.
141 pounds.
Taking on your Wolverine,
Hayden Drury, nipping at the heels of being ranked in the country, coming off 2 wins to ranked opponents. He'll be wrestling Clay Carlson, currently ranked 25th, senior for South Dakota State.
So that was different. I was under the impression Clay was not going to wrestle tonight. So man, they put him out, number 25 ranked.
You're right. They did wrestle Gross.
They announced Clay Carl.
They did.
All right. We believe. You know what? They announced that in the arena here, but no, our wrestler here wrestling is Caleb Gross.
Gross also a senior from Wisconsin, wrestling for the Jackrabbits.
Sweep outside there. Quick motion, but not enough penetration to really get that shot off.
Groves really keeping that elbow tight there. Typically front head, you want to keep short arms.
Gives a little bit of bounce, but comes up to his feet. Drury again, he's comfortable in the Russian tie here. He's been a go-to the last few duels we've had where he's controlled the match, ends up setting up a nice sweep single to the far side, steps over. Nice job. Everything's looking good now. He's got to get his hand control here. He's having one hand controlled by Gross.
Also watching out of bounds. That mat awareness sometimes comes with just experience, but
All right,
looking to suck it back in here. That'll be 3. Oh, he covered the ankle.
Oh man, what a good scramble. I mean, here's the thing. I think you see this a lot, especially as we get higher caliber, ranked opponents or just the NCAA, that tough competition. Nothing is ever granted. I think a lot of times you'll see, oh, wow, that's a great shot. Guys will give that up. At this level, nothing is secured until you earn it all the way down to where you have that guy broken down and you're working on your turn. Great scramble there by Gross. We know Drury's got that tied to a shot. He's got something in his arsenal. He's had a couple good shots so far this match.
Deep. No score. Drury's able to kind of work him up his hips, and guys fighting here on the edge. Gross does step over that ankle. Time expires in the first period. We had a scoreless round. It'll be Utah Valley's choice. Drury goes bottom.
Man, I'm looking here at the lineup again. I mean, like you said, 8 of 10 Jackrabbit wrestlers ranked in the top 25.
Action as they go out of bounds. No escape yet.
I think you put a team together like that many ranked guys. I'm usually say like this hot numbers 5, 6 ranked. You'll be ranked in the top 15. But man, Jackrabbits put together a good team. Drury immediately gets to his feet and he's isolating this hand. That's good textbook technique for an escape. But Gross lifts him and returns him back to the mat. He's, heavy pressure going forward. You see Drury up on his chest. Oh, he finds a leg, though. He's going to duck his head under.
Looking for a reversal here.
For a reversal.
They give him the 2.
Nice job by Drury just to stay with that. Tripod here. Gross going for a isolated hand, but Drury does the right thing, bumping him out, getting a fresh start.
Gross looking for a box stand up, pushes back into him. He's got a leg straight, both feet on the mat. Drury pretty savvy there with sticking his leg there.
Double leg in here.
And,
look to
he
get
throws
both
the boots
arms.
in.
We're going to get both arms behind those armpits.
Yeah, he's a little high.
He'll adjust down here.
He gets him broken down.
Gross, though, does a good job. Oh, we don't want to.
He's still high.
He's got a leg all the way across his body, and, we got to keep that away from crossing a leg over that to a figure 4, which is illegal. So Gross doing the right thing, trying to isolate that leg. Drury trying to stay back behind, which he's doing a good job considering Again, that isolation of his hip and foot. Now he does it again.
His feet on the mat. He's probably going to go for a trip here. Drops to the leg. Ref starts counting.
We could just drive him out right here.
Really good finish as time expires.
Awesome round. I thought Drury wrestled that round really nice.
Yep, so Drury scores 2 reversal and returns riding time back up to 54 seconds in his favor. Gross will choose neutral going into the 3rd period.
Drury, I feel like, has had a little bit more offensive, at least setting up, had 2 shots, which he was unsuccessful at getting, without getting that full finish. But, again, comfortable in the Russian tie. He scores off of this when a guy posts. But he'll hit a shot on either side. He'll hit it to that near side or a sweep to the far side. I mean, honestly, correct clock management here and the right position, you can win this match, right, Jason?
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to stall here or anything like that. Still keep our offense going, but a takedown for Drury will give him almost positively give him riding time and bump the score up about 6-0. And the stall warning.
It's exactly what we want. Drury, where he's going to try to manage that clock, he's the one that actually turns it out and gets that stall warning on Gross.
Minute left in the match.
So I always say this, like, you're hanging on. You got to own the middle of the mat. You got to keep motion going forward. You can't go backward. But you also don't want to just grab a tie and hang out. I always say if your hands are stagnant, it's almost as if your feet are stagnant. You don't want to do that. And Drury doing a good job, again, to keep a head down. He's keeping his he circles, does a great job here. 33 seconds left here.
Ref urging the guys to continue action.
Drury's wrestling this round really nice too. Just controlled the pace, controlled the tie.
They go stale with 20 seconds left. Sprint time for South Dakota State.
Drury's got to stay low. Again, isolate a hand. Get that Russian tie that he wants. Again, that's too far away. I think he knows that's coming on. 15 seconds.
Yep, he can sit here in the front head. Gross trying to
double
push the
under
pace.
here with Drury. I mean, that's not a bad place to be. He's got to keep that head pinched under so there's no duck unders or slide throughs.
That'll be it at 141.
Nice job by
Hayden
Case
Drury
Marner. Or excuse me.
Puts
Hayden
UVU
Drury.
on the board with the decision.
Hayden
Current team
Drury.
scored 3-6.
Oh,
As
hey,
we go into break.
we're going into break. Stay with us. Man, there's some good wrestling going on at Utah Valley University where we take on the South Dakota State Jackrabbits. Stay with us. We are back as we finish our promotional timeout. Fabulous Freddy's ran a push-up contest. Jason, how many push-ups can you do?
1,000, 2 maybe?
I don't know if you heard. I just did 1,000. All right, well, we're back. Nice victory by Hayden Drury. I think he managed that second period very well, and then he ends up in a position that he can control the tie, control the middle of the mat, and he comes away with a nice win there.
Yeah, we would have maybe liked to wrestle their typical starter, ranked wrestler, Clay Carlson, but we'll take it. Going in to 149 pounds, number 21 in the country for South Dakota State University is Alec Martin, wrestling Isaiah Delgado, returning NCAA qualifier for Utah Valley Wolverines.
Real low right there for Alec. Knee on the mat. Martin with a with a record of 14-6. I think you might look at that and go, okay, 14-6. Who's he losing to, or maybe better yet, who's he beating to be considered in that ranked position, 21 ranked in the country?
Yeah, another wrestler from St. Paris Graham High School in Ohio. Great opportunity for Delgado to upset Alec Martin here. Delgado has some big wins under his belt. This season's been a little slow. Let's see what he can do here as both guys wrestle on their feet.
Shot at him there, but my hand stayed up on the head. I always feel like, man, if my hands stay up, I'm pushing that guy away as I'm trying to also go after him, right, Jason?
Right. Delgado with kind of a shot attempt there. Martin reads it. Both guys sizing each other up here. Martin, good job keeping his hands in his face. Hands on him the whole time.
Yeah, the hand, that change up, those feints.
Yeah, it really keeps you guessing. You know, you can't see half the time, and guys are faking at you.
Yeah, between motion in, out, side to side, heavy hands, or those feints, keep a guy guessing. A sweep single here. Delgado ends up in a drape position, but not terribly tight. He's kind of holding him there. Nothing yet. Delgado ends up bailing out here for a three-point takedown.
Martin looking to put him in danger. And he does. I think there's swipes.
Looks like there was a 2 count. Or no. All right.
Nothing.
Delgado's got the position, man, darn it. Goes to turn into him and switch, but ends up out of bounds here. So Delgado gets to his feet. We got to see him fire up. 10 seconds left. It's plenty of time to fire up, isolate a hand, and turn and face. Again, he's up, gets tripped back. 6 seconds here.
Time expires. It'll be South Dakota's choice going into the second period. They choose bottom.
Tough right here, a spiral ride. Delgado staying behind, but Martin, you can see he's building up a tight base here to spring up. Delgado keeping a fight going. He drops down low, picks it up, inside trip. Interesting scramble here. Delgado now extended out. What do you do here, Jason?
I think they're going to go still. Well, 2 reversal here. Delgado looking to improve his position. He's got an angle.
And now he gets
earns
a
a reversal for himself. Martin kind of boxing him out here. Delgado loses the control.
We're neutral, 42 seconds left.
Score 6-2 in favor of South Dakota State University. short time here. Delgado looking to fish an arm out. He headhunts, not quite enough as time expires.
That's a tough one, Jason. When you do that, do you think go to the hips and try to get the takedown? Do you headhunt, try to go for a turn? What do you do?
I think he made the right call there. He would have had the position if time wouldn't have expired, but Delgado choosing bottom going into the third period. Currently has riding time in his favor at 35 seconds. Gets to his feet quick. Ooh, might have.
This is 2 times. I mean, well, now 3. Delgado's doing what it takes to get to his feet. I noticed this last night. He'll get to his feet and gotta go and start attacking those hands, or we end up getting returned back, and that riding time just kind of ticks away. Or
Yeah,
ticks up.
Delgado, a big feel guy. You know, he's waiting to feel some momentum so he can hit a roll or a switch there.
I mean, here he is. He's again just feeling it out. He's got great balance here until. Oh,
He
Martin.
does. He feeds right into him.
All right, we got to see.
Martin has to
Delgado.
get off that leg,
Keeping
and that'll be a
heavy
stall.
hips and a lock. Oh, locking hands, huh?
And he stays on the leg. So is there another count start? I'm not really sure there. They give him the stall.
Oh, that's what. So, explain that to our listeners.
So if you're in control on top, you cannot drop to that leg, and once you do, the ref will start to count. 5 count means it's a stall.
So if you don't improve your position after while down on a leg after 5 seconds, you'll be hit with a stall call.
I'm a fan of the rule. Back in the olden days, I mean, this was 2016, 15 maybe. If your guy was about to get away, top man would just drop to a leg and just hold a lock until there was a sail or go out of bounds or whatever. But this improves action, gets guys wrestling.
Roll attempt here and a switch.
Delgado good at creating space, but Martin really sticky. He looks like he's about to let him go several times, and he's Utah Valley crowd looking for another stall call.
45 seconds.
Yes, a lot has to happen here. So it has to be an escape and a takedown on behalf of Delgado to send it into overtime.
Well, he's getting to his feet. We do know that. Oh, caution here. A little bit too quick off the start for Martin.
Switches sides. That crab position, Delgado's got a good angle. Martin just sticky with that claw ride. Goes spiral crawl, spiral crawl.
The switch over here by Delgado puts Martin on his hip, and then again he changes it up to turn and face.
I don't know that Martin's trying to stall. He's just trying to hold on. Delgado, he does get the stall, so that'll be a point for Delgado, but there's only 10 seconds left. Martin currently owns riding time.
Again, fires up. Switch attempt, back up. I mean, Delgado's doing a lot to try and earn this escape. But as we come up, riding time is a factor. Final score 7-3. Jason, what are your thoughts?
Hey, tough ride by South Dakota State. You know, Delgado in a position to score, maybe win the match, but he just could not get out from bottom there. Drew a stall, drew another stall. Not quite enough.
All right. Well, hey, that takes us to our next match, 157 pounds. Another ranked wrestler, number 15 ranked, Kale Swenson. He's going up against Alex Emmer. Emmer wrestled last night, wrestled tough. Little too late to come away with an overtime victory. Lost in sudden death. But looking fresh here in the middle of the mat here.
Yeah, there's something to be said about home duels, you know, being able to sleep in your own bed, shower in your own shower, work out at your own facilities. So slight home advantage for these wrestlers here.
Jason mentioned this earlier. South Dakota coming off of 3 duels over the last 4 days. This will be the last one before they head on home. Swenson stalking, owning the center of that mat. Emmer's got to turn himself to the inside of the mat and then turn his own offense on.
Swenson coming out of Plymouth, Minnesota. A lot of Minnesota talent on the South Dakota roster. Utah wrestling fans excited to see maybe next year some of this Utah talent in the South Dakota wrestling room. Some standouts at the high school level committed to the Jackrabbits and have been there for their freshman season. Swenson in on the legs. Emmer kind of
Scrambling here
on the edge.
Cradle is locked up. We don't want to be here.
That'll be 3 takedown.
The lock is still there, so Emmer's got to focus on that lock, break the hands, which he does. Nice job by Emmer. But now we got to rebuild that base, come back up. Isolated hand there. We don't want that.
Swenson looking for another cradle. He has it locked.
All right, that's the second time we find ourselves in a cradle. We got to keep our head up off the mat, get our knees up underneath us, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, if a guy's a cradle person, you want to not let those hands lock. Keep your head away from your knees. Quick stand up. Really nice return by Swenson.
Really nice. I always say if those hips end up flaring out, coming out to the side, it means, man, you've not only created a lot of power coming up, but you're also controlling, making sure that you end up in a advantageous position coming up on top. Throws a leg in maybe a little bit before he isolated hips or got him bumped forward. So now his leg is across the body. He's got to keep his hips on top. Ends up getting his hip out. He's got to chase and get back around. Comes to a lock in the standing position. Extends his leg to trip. A nice pop and return. Not bad by Emmer.
Yep, looking for another one here.
I've seen this a lot, like this block out. Not really fighting hands, but just blocking and then kind of give your opponent, the choice like, hey, let's just cut him. So Emmer does that.
Yeah, it's also incumbent on top guy to return him, so you can't just stand there either.
Shot on the edge of the mat here.
Emmer back in this position. He's got a lock. Swenson doing a good job of climbing out of those legs. He isolates one. He's looking to step over it. He does.
match.
Emmer does a good job there.
Emmer, man, last night he did it too. He just creates some opportunities where a guy's unsuccessful, and he ends up doing that very well on the edge of the mat. That's a good job by Emmer.
10 seconds left in the period.
I mean, he was in bad shape there, almost giving up the takedown, but it was a good job rolling and scrambling, so not bad. Emmer chooses down. Scores 4-0. Riding time not in effect now. So, I mean, this is similar to last match, chasing a quick escape, essentially within 30 seconds here. Quick escape and a takedown puts this
Back in the match.
Yeah.
Gonna want to be careful for that cradle coming in. Oh,
Here it goes again, right?
He's got his head really close to his kneecap. And
No reaching back. We got a couple reaching back here. Gets flattened out.
yeah, Swenson pretty dominant on top.
All right, so we just eclipsed that riding time. So now we got to really turn something up.
Swenson's gonna cut him here.
All right. Emmer's got his offense. He goes, he's like, listen, no, we're going to go for it. Minute 15 left. .45 seconds. It's time for Emmer to put something on. He could get a takedown, knock off that 13 seconds riding time, and this thing goes into sudden victory. You got to go, though, right, Jason?
Yeah, it's short time, sprint. What was that?
I don't know. Push him down on the edge of the mat. I don't know if Emmer tripped up on the signage over there. If that was a little bit of sass.
I like when guys get chippy.
All right, we got to go. We're going to pull this riding time out. Emmer was short time.
He gets in a leg, but right as time expires.
All right, well, with that riding time that was accrued, final score 5-1. South Dakota State University's number 15th ranked Kel Swenson over Alex Emmer. All right, well, we're going to a break, so stay with us. There's plenty of Big 12 wrestling. Utah Valley University going up against South Dakota State. Stay with us, Wolverine Nation.
How does Costa Vida create the ultimate sweet pork burrito? We start by following our award-winning recipe, one that calls for everything to be made fresh, from scratch every day. Like our beautifully braised pork, seasoned beans, savory sauces, and delicious cilantro lime rice. Even our tortillas are cooked to order. It's a difference you can taste. Treat yourself to the ultimate sweet pork burrito, only at Costa Vida.
I love this view.
I love that every time this commercial airs, I get to drink another Mountain Dew.
Welcome back. Utah Valley University Wrestling, Big 12 Wrestling, where we got South Dakota State in town. Short promotional timeout. And we're back now at 165 pounds. Up until this point, we're halfway through the duel. South Dakota State's come away with 4 victories. Team score 12. Utah Valley with 1 victory. Hayden Drury coming out with a victory, 12-3. So here we are. We're back. We got Tanner Cook, one of the only unranked wrestlers from South Dakota State, going up against Tanner Lofthouse. So 2 Tanners head-to-head. Tanner's a goer here, huh, Jason?
Yeah, Tanner Lofthouse, one of the
Oh, a gator roll to a – oh, man, oh, man.
extremely quick match.
That was a shocker. Right as we're about to say, Tanner always end up, tough position, really tough. Man, that gator roll, that's called getting caught. For those of you watching at home, that's getting caught.
Yeah, props to Tanner.
Tanner Cook.
Cook, extremely savvy in that position. Suckered him in at 19 seconds.
All right, now this is a big one, okay? We got number 4 ranked, DeVos, going up against Caleb Uen-Hop, junior, going up against redshirt freshman, going up against the senior. DeVos, number 4 ranked in the country. That means we're talking vying in the top 4. You're vying for a national championship, right, Jason?
Yeah, anyone ranked, I mean, anyone can win that tournament. And getting there's the big part, but Cade coming off a big season last year. Career total wins, 84. Pushing that 100-win mark as a senior.
Shot not bad, not quite enough penetration, and ends up just getting going behind and then almost rolled, trying to make a scramble out of it. Not successful there, so Cade DeVos comes away with that 3-point takedown.
South Dakota State has that arm isolated, looking for a tilt here. Ref swipes once, doesn't have anything consistent.
What do you do here if you're Uen-Hop?
I think he's doing a good thing, trying to get back to that foot. He's looking to scramble here. Now he's got a knee on the mat. He needs to work towards the escape. Good job by Uen-Hop getting his base back, but DeVos right back to that arm. He's isolating the right arm.
Yeah, here in the cradle position, we want to avoid that, break that lock, but DeVos okay with going to that cheap tilt. Uen-Hop did a good job to just keep separation with the hips, but earns an escape. Now Uen-Hop had the offense there. Didn't come away with that takedown. Ends up getting a defensive takedown. Oh, low-level shot. Nice by DeVos.
Uen-Hop goes to a lock here. In scramble position.
The head's going to come across.
Does a good job of reaching back and grabbing a trap.
He's trying to roll through there with
cross faces him.
Now he's got his hip isolated. He's got to crawl forward in order to avoid getting near fall, which DeVos is earning right now. Right across the chin, right across the neck. With that far leg, you can pull these things together. This gets a little painful, huh, Jason?
Yeah, the whole point of it, make it so uncomfortable that the guy will go to his back and stay on his back. So we'll see what happens here.
The key here is his bottom leg, his left leg is isolated and easy to turn because DeVos can hook that up and elevate it off the mat. I always say if you get that leg isolated, you got to crawl forward. You got to get your hips square to the mat.
Utah Valley defers here.
Jason, we talked about this last night. Current score of this match, 10-1. It's kind of uncanny now with a couple rule changes that have happened over the last few years. 4-point near fall, 3-point initial takedown. So, between a takedown and 4 near fall, that's a 7-point swing. You get a few of those, match is over.
Right, yeah, it's tough to come back unless you can answer back with a takedown and your fault of your own, you know?
DeVos comfortable with that tilt position. Again, if I could do that 2 or 3 times, that's putting the match well out of range against an opponent. If I'm good at tilting, I'm good at controlling those hips.
Uen-Hop does get to a lock here, shoots from space.
But we stop. Right here, we got to keep moving forward, try to get that angle. What happens is DeVos is able to break that lock, and he ends up jumping behind and gets a 3-point takedown.
Yeah, weight on the hands of Uen-Hop. Gets weight on the hands, gets the takedown. He's going right back to his tilt there.
Uen-Hop getting his knees under him, getting a base.
$15 seconds left in the period. Time expires. We go into the third period. It's South Dakota's choice. I assume if I were him, I'd go neutral. Looked like he locked hands there at the end, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, Utah Valley deferred. He'll go top. So
all right, let's see what comes out of this. Riding time is almost locked up, but we could actually knock that off if we ride out tough. But feels okay to go, you know what, I want to see what I can do on top. I got ridden out. We got a guy that's pretty dang solid on his feet, but man, he ends up turning this into a Granby position. Kind of by default, he hooked an arm and hooked a leg and ends up just pushing back.
Uen-Hop technically still has control here.
Oh, bottom leg is caught again. Here we go. This is a similar position. Right leg caught. Yep. He's done a good job. He kept his hips to the mat. You see him crawl forward. Now his hips are square. Now they can come up underneath him. Now he can start trying for...
He's going to cut him and go for the tech here. Takedown wins it for South Dakota State.
Man, Uen-Hop was right there. He made a little feint. He was so darn close. A little bit of a penetration. He could have hit a stun double, right?
Yeah, and he's long enough. You know, he can reach it from anywhere.
DeVos kind of just slumps down to this single leg. He's reaching across. This is looking like a pull those legs together and ends up with a 3-point takedown. So that's a technical fall, 18-2.
Number 4 in the country comes in.
K. DeVos. Technical there. All right, we're going to go to a break. So now we got a team score 23-3. Utah Valley with some extra power going into the next few matches. Stay with us. Campus of Utah Valley University, where we got cowboy boots stomping on the middle of the mat. What do you think, Jason?
I'm not okay with this.
Promotional timeout, jump rope competition. At least they're nice cowboy boots. They don't look like they got rock chips and all that kind of razzle-dazzle.
He ain't no real cowboy, I'll tell you that much.
Without the scuffs, without the mud and the dirt, that's not a real cowboy, huh, Jason?
Yeah, he came away with the prize, though. So, hey, we're hopping back into action here in 20 seconds. Made our way to the 184-pound bout. Number 13 ranked, Bennett Bergie, a redshirt freshman, wrestling either Jacob Armstrong or Mahanay Rushton.
Looks like it's going to be Mahanay coming out. Last night, it was a toss-up. We didn't know if Armstrong was going to go or Mahanay, but you know what? Rushton's making the step out tonight. I'm stoked about it. I would love to see 2 ranked opponents go up against one another, but here we go. Mahanay has been wrestled for us. Oh, shot, but easy go behind there.
Han, Idaho product coming into the Utah Valley program. Last match in the Lockhart Arena for UVU came away with the win.
Yeah, if Mahanay is a hard thing for you to say, his friends call him Han. Yes, Han. Well, he earns an escape, so now we're back at it. I think he was eager there. We just wanted to create some real power right out of the gates. Another shot, does the same thing again. Here's what I've seen with some of our matches tonight. We shoot a good shot. We're draped here. He's stepping up, man. Wow.
Yeah, he elevated that.
But he's got to now isolate. He's got to try to either pick that up or isolate that leg and drive to it. So South Dakota's done a good job of just heavy hips, pin that head down, and we end up in a stalemate position. But, man, UVU's coming away with some of that offense, but we are not capitalizing on and finishing all the way through.
Yeah, South Dakota has done a really good job in that Iranian position. You know, you got a attacker coming out the back door, and they're just timing it. They're trapping arms. They're grabbing ankles.
Yeah.
They wind up scoring a lot of times.
Yep. Oh, low-level shot, almost an ankle pick, but then ends up in a single leg here. Easy trip down for another three-point takedown. Han came up quick the last takedown. We'll see him earn this. He's got his hand blocked out, a hand isolated. Here we go. Earns a takedown. Turns and faces. All right, right here, I mean, if you really think about it, it's 2-6. A takedown makes this a match, right, Chasen? So I know it feels like you're wrestling. You're like, man, I just had 2 takedowns given, but you got to keep your head in the game. This is still anyone's game where we go, you know what? If I stay focused, keep the right position, sweep single here. Han looking to keep that whizzer and heavy. Sweeps that foot down, easy trip down.
Bennett, a wrestler out of Minnesota, redshirted last year. His first year on the lineup. He's done really well. He locks up a cradle. Hanrai on his back.
Hanrai still keeping the shoulder blade off.
20 seconds.
Short time. He's got to keep moving, and he does. Nice job. He can still face and back out and earn a point. Nice job. So he ends up giving up a 4-point near fall, but ends up getting that 1-point escape. Easy slump down to a single leg.
Bergie getting into the legs at will. Time expires.
So not a bad job. I mean, Han does a good job to at least hold off that that additional takedown as the first period expires.
South Dakota State defers. UVU will go bottom here.
Berge, highly ranked for being a freshman, one of the younger guys on the South Dakota lineup. Escape earned there. So Han's been tough. He's not making it easy to ride him. Oh, nice low level.
Does time it very well, but
very well timed. I feel like, yeah, I'd go to, oh, he's kicking off here. He's going to kick that shoulder, try to.
We'll go stale. See, half the time getting to the leg, you know, that's probably the easier part. But finishing, especially at this level, it gets crazy.
Okay, Han with some additional, you know, Han's going all out. You know, like you got to give it to him. He's making attempts, right? He's shooting the shots. He's getting in on some of those shots.
Yeah, he hasn't quit wrestling. That's what I like about him. Minute left in the second period. 15 seconds left in the second period. Pace is slowed down here. That'll be it for the second period. South Dakota State with choice. He'll go bottom.
Man, I feel like through the first period, man, he turned that up, looking bad for Han. Han does a decent job at least to match intensity and stay right in the match right there through the second period. But now we got to see something come out for Rushton.
Yeah, he hasn't had an opportunity to put on a ride this match, so we'll see if he can do anything on top. He's got that head in the armpit. Drops to an ankle here, but escape by South Dakota State.
Low level attempt, but a down block. Nice job by Rushton. That pace really did slow down, huh, Jason?
Yeah, both guys maybe feeling it here in the third period.
I don't know, though. I mean, I felt like Berg had, again, the pace where I was like, oh, this could turn kind of ugly pretty quick. Major decision still on the table here. So Rushton's got to turn something out to close the gap. Both wrestlers content to own the middle of the mat. Little drag by attempt.
.30 seconds left in the match. Han looking for a big move. Coach Williams says, move him here.
What do you do, Chase? I mean, you're literally down by 10, so it's like
You got to throw him to his back, right?
It's got to be go or go, right? Like he got. Han ends up in a defensive shot here with just this body lock, trying to hold on. Short time. Riding time not a factor. 14-4. It's a major decision victory for South Dakota State. All right.
Most anticipated match of the night. Number 5 in the country from South Dakota State University is Tanner Sloan, wrestling number 17, Evan Bachman. Both guys coming off win streaks. Both guys super dominant in the weight. Tanner Sloan, actually a national finalist last season. Bachman wound up in the same tournament, winning a couple matches at nationals, but not making the podium. So really excited to see what happens here. Both guys prep for each other. We'll see how it goes.
Sloan tall, Bachman short and stout. Different size matchup, but I think that makes for interesting wrestling.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what their last meets have looked like, their last matches, but like I said, Bachman coming off big wins, ranked guys, keeps climbing the rankings this season.
Sloan did. Sloan had some really big wins last year at the NCAAs, made the finals. The Jackrabbits putting a few All-Americans on the board last year. Win here really makes a difference. Oh, slide by single, but he kind of bucks him off.
Oh, he kept a hold of it, and he chases it down to get 3.
Nice job by Sloan there. Bachman now got to keep his knees under him. Stay off those hips.
Sloan really tough on top. He rides a lot of guys, turns a lot of guys.
He does. Again, he's just got this swarming style on top. You see here he's isolated a hand. He's got a cross face down at the elbow. He's isolated that. So he just, again, that swarming kind of technique on top there.
Yeah, I really like his His ankle ride goes crossface a lot, looks for cradles, looks for turns here.
And not even really covering the hips. He's content to
Looking
control
to
the
draw
hips.
a stall here. He's contesting to the referee that Bachman isn't improving, and he gets the stall warning.
Bachman tripod here, but he's got to clear that near leg. That's the thing that keeps the Iowa ride on, which Sloan feels content to do. That's what keeps him connected to the hips. He feels okay to come out, but he still has that Iowa ride to the side. Bachman reaching for a single leg, but I'm not sure that's going to turn into anything. So the takedown, and almost, you know, at about a minute and a 2-minute ride here for Sloan on top of Evan Bachman as the first period expires.
He's South Dakota's choice. Coach Williams having a word with the referee right here. Bachman actually defers. South Dakota goes bottom. Sloan gets a foot on the mat. Kind of a wild escape there.
Almost like Bachman was going to
throw him,
push him by and throw him almost, like across his body, but then end up in a throw position. Ends up in an escape for Sloan, so now we're on our feet. Scores 4-0. Sloan came away with a slick shot there in the first. Bachman's got his own, though. He's got a nice sweep single, nice high C.
Minute left in the second period. Bachman fakes there.
Elbow pass. Sloan's had a few elbow passes. Those all start adding up. I've always said that elbow pass makes it really hard to feel like your hands have a solid place to rest in a tie-up, especially when you're confident on a collar tie and it keeps getting passed by. Bachman with a fake from quite a ways out. Nothing really comes of that.
No takedown attempts by Sloan. Be Utah Valley's choice. Bachman chooses neutral.
I think that's probably smart. I mean, he knows a takedown and a turn or a couple takedowns is what's going to make the difference here. Unlike last period, about half of that last period, we got to see some real setups, some opportunities created by Bachman.
Yeah, both guys seem a little more cautious on their feet the last couple minutes. Yep. Sloan well aware of Bachman's high crotch here.
See that elbow pass again. Especially for a strong guy, Bachman, who wants to keep those hands on, start getting heavy and start pushing and pulling. Outside shot.
He does try a sweep.
Elbow pass again, see it?
Sloan comfortable going into the last minute of the match.
Shot here. Bachman's so strong, stomps that foot down and ends up coming back out in front.
Really needs to push the pace, 30 seconds left.
Yeah, he's got to go. Another high C shot from far away, but now he's going to a
He
chain
usually
wrestling.
goes head pinch near ankle here. Let's see if he can get to it. Sloan just really lanky, can reach. He can get to a lock from here if he wants. He works his way back up to his feet as time expires. That'll be it for a 197-pound bout. Winner, Tanner Sloan, senior, number 5 in the country for South Dakota State.
Well, Bachman, I mean, that's two ranked opponents going up against each other. You look at it and go, man, Bachman had to come out really firing on all cylinders. He had to get some shots off. And Sloan just solid enough to keep him at bay through the second half of the second half, or second period and all of the third period here. All right, heavyweight, chasing.
Hey, Chase Trussell coming off a win last night in overtime. Trussell, just a trusty, hard-working individual. He'll fight the entire time, always in the match. And he has a lion tattooed between his shoulder blades because that's his spirit animal. And he's in on a leg.
Nice shot here. It's kind of snatch single. Oh, and he
Gets
lifts
him off the mat.
All right, let's see
He's a
something
strong
here.
boy. Ref says, whoa, whoa, careful there. He's going to take him for a walk. And he strategically steps over that ankle as he returns him safely to the mat.
Gathers those legs together. He's got him. He can gather them together and kind of tilt him up. Here he goes. He's going to bring him up on his hip. He's got to step over.
Step over.
And he gets rolled, which we didn't want to have happen.
Right. His offense all went to waste there. South Dakota steps over there and scores 3.
Man, in my mind, I would have just stepped over those feet to isolate him. But he ends up getting, he's a little high, so he gets rolled up. Rolled through, 3-point takedown, even after, that high C shot that he ends up.
Chasing a little bit better position here, though. He's got a leg scooped.
I want to see him elevate that far leg.
Yep, he's looking to hip out here. They're on the edge, though, so it's kind of precarious.
He can do it right
got
here.
the foot in the good
I'd
spot.
come right here and start shaking him, shake it down. He got it out, but he doesn't keep that leg isolated. But ends up almost on top, and he does. He's got it now. Keep moving.
These guys are squirrely tonight. Winds up getting a reversal, scores 2-3. And South Dakota flat on his belly.
Trussell's got to now move, though. He can't stay right in parallel. He isolates that wrist. Good. Rolls over the top of it. Now we're going to see him come out to the side. Some options here.
Yeah, there's a minute left in the first period. Love him riding that cross wrist. He's got tilt option there. Looks like he's just going to keep him roped down and super dominant on top. South Dakota not really able to get a foot under him.
No.
I would maybe be considering a stall right here.
Well, he's got to. I hear you. I mean, both guys got to start moving. The bottom guy's got to get his knees up, and Trussell's got to get to an edge. Either isolate that hand, go for that tilt. He's got a 2-on-1 there. Goes for that Iowa, coming out to the side. That's what we want. We want to start seeing him.
Stall warning came. So 10 seconds left in the period. Trussell maybe looking to score here.
South Dakota State's choice.
Defers. Trussell goes bottom. Currently has 42 seconds of riding time. An escape here would tie the match.
All right, we got a leg isolated here. Oh, he's going to headhunt.
yeah, he's elevating.
Got to stay up, though.
The same position he got in the first period, so he's able to catch that foot across.
He's trying to step up. See, he's trying to bring that right leg up to step over.
If he can swim his right arm through there, that would be peachy. He reaches back.
Could sweep this, just trip it down.
Yeah, step inside and go. Oh, back in a return position. He doesn't quite get it.
Got to keep moving, Trussell.
South Dakota is still right in tight here, and
a tilt.
He does get a 1 count, but nothing yet.
Trussell now with his knees under him. Got to get his head off the mat here. Leg ride comes in.
Yeah, he doesn't catch it this time, but gets a big chest. Oh, he digs it out.
Here we go again. See, now we're here again.
He could headhunt here if he could reach back far enough.
Rasmason seems content to just claw here.
He's got him on his hip. This is scoring position.
Would you shake? Would you try to get high and shake here?
High and shake. No score.
Grab right there. Grab the chin and rip it down. Oh, man, we're so close to earning this escape, earning this reversal. It's Rasmason just leeching on.
Oh, and he gets a 1 count. Nothing yet, though. That'll be it for the second period. Rasmason puts a good ride on. 2 minutes of tough, sticky, being on top.
I'll be honest, that was interesting considering I was like, man, Trussell put Rasmason in some pretty bad positions 3 times during that period and just held on, just leached on just enough, and actually ended up where he's holding on and ends up turning those almost into tilt and near fall opportunities for himself. So he chooses down in the third period. Rasmason up 3-2.
Rasmason struggled on bottom in the first period. Chase looking to return him here, and he waited for riding time to go below a minute, and he cut him. Some advice from Coach Williams before the round.
Okay, this is it, man. I mean, in 128. Oh, man.
Kind of bullfighter drill. Got a stall warning there for cruising out of bounds.
Both guys tired. Trussell catching his breath, knows he needs a takedown, comes inside. Now he's pushing the pace.
One minute left in the duel.
Takedown wins this, or can win it, I should say. Trussell a little slow getting up there. It's like he burned it all out there in the second period. He knows he needs a takedown.
Seconds.
All right, 10 seconds.
Position.
He's going to run this. He can run this. You got to jump up and go behind, man. Man, that was a little bit of a flurry. Trussell almost comes away with it, but Rasmason holds on to that ankle just to have time expire. Final score, 4-2. That makes the final team score. South Dakota does what they do best, man. Number 11 ranked 33 to Utah Valley's 3. We had one victory, man. A couple things got where our win got taken out ourselves with a quick pin at 157 pounds, a tech fall. But our sole victory, I think Henry Drury had a good match.
Yeah, a lot of good things, good takeaways. I'm sure the coaching staff will be hammering out the final details. We got one more duel February 24th against California Baptist University here at home, and then we go into Big 12 conference.
Yeah, that last duel is going to be big, so we want to pack the house. If you're used to watching at home, we encourage you to come to the Utah Valley University Lockhart Arena, where we're going to have a packed house, be part of the action. February 24th, 11 a.m., a little bit different start time for that duel. So if you're staying with us, the duel is technically over. We got a couple matches that actually we're trying to get guys matches and get tuned up to perhaps make lineups. So we got matches going here.
Yeah, sometimes exhibitions are important just because you got guys traveling all the way here to not have a match. You know, they make weight, they do all the work, and then not wrestle. So like to provide matches for everyone, and these athletes fighting here, Utah Valley with his head posted there. Shot attempt on the edge.
Jacob Romero, Utah Valley University freshman, going up against another redshirt freshman, Logan Graff. Graff extending that leg, but almost ends up getting put to a hip. Romero down now.
South Dakota putting him in danger here. Doesn't quite get count.
Correction here. We got Jacob Carson. Jacob Carson is taking on Logan Graff. Chase and I were sitting here. That doesn't look like Romero. We're up in the high stands tonight, so not as close to the action chasing as we usually are, right?
Yeah, some setup things with the basketball team going on and whatnot, but happy to be here. Jacob Carson looking to build his base. He's trying to get his feet under him.
Oh, we're in a bad spot here. The armbar, he's doing a good job getting his hands crawling forward and that lock off as the first period expires. You know what, we might be getting some technical difficulties up here in the booth. We got matchup here. Actually, 165-pound weight class. Oh man,
gets a
tough
turn here.
Got to look to fight off the back here.
He's looking to knife through. South Dakota is trying to settle, looks to his coaches.
We got this right now. 165 pounds. Trevor Frank, freshman.
Frank, a local product from Payson High School. About 20 minutes from the campus here.
He's going up against Connor Gaynor, sophomore. Gaynor now stepping over, making it really tough, and the fall comes through. We got the names and the weight class right at the last, but hey, big win. Gets picked up by Connor Gaynor over Trevor Frank. South Dakota State over Utah Valley.
Now at 125, another exhibition will be Jacob Carson.
Yes.
For Utah Valley.
So where this went wrong, we thought we'd started the lighter weight class coming out, but now we got it. Last match, exhibition. Here we are, Jacob Carson.
Carson, a goer in the room. He's had some success this season.
Shot comes in and but keeps a whizzer. Faces out. Nice job.
Like a
Man,
bag of cats.
these guys are so stinking quick. Nice job, both wrestlers. Good shot. Also great defense. Gaff, again, a redshirt freshman out of Custer, South Dakota.
Yeah, one of the only South Dakota natives I've seen on the roster.
Shot in here. Stalemate here in the first period. Down on the knees, real low. Elbow pass.
Still scoreless.
Not by lack of action or lack of trying. Both guys with some different offenses, certainly some little bit of scramble in that first shot series.
Carson quick to follow there. Snags a wrist. He's got it isolated. He's got a really good angle on that wrist to keep it out there.
Wow. Again, that's Gaff just not letting anything go. Just fighting to the last moment. Holds on by some shoestrings, gathers them together, and then runs them out of bounds, so we get a fresh start.
Rolls across his back there, gets to his feet.
Escape earned here.
Oh, some action there. Doesn't quite get penetration enough.
Carson quick when he wants to put the change-ups together, whether that's touch and go or some motion right and left or heavy hand to a feint. Gosh, he's quick. Shot here, front headlock.
Yeah, Carson stops the shot, goes front head, but 20 seconds left. He's going to look to score near ankle.
He's got a toe. There he goes again. He almost gets it both 3 times now, but ends up going back down to the knee. Can't get a takedown with that.
Nothing there. Jacob Carson also finished his high school career at Pleasant Grove High School, just
Granby roll here.
down the road. It's a Granby roll. And to his feet, ties up the match. Riding time not a factor here.
All right, so anybody's match right here, Chasen, right?
Yeah, no takedowns thus far. Takedown could very well win it here.
Heavy hands there by Graff. High C, too far away though. Oh, peeks out. Turns and faces. Got to get a change out here, start moving.
.45 seconds left in the duel in the match. Carson still pushing forward, still has a good pace, good momentum, controlling the center of the mat.
Oh, not elbow pass.
Getting an elbow pass, but
too far away. Oh man, high C
quick
blast through.
Quick blast.
Oh
and
man, oh, and a
score.
roll here.
Carson with rolls from every direction. That takedown in the last 20 seconds.
Super duper tough. I mean, that finish, honestly, kind of what I've been talking about tonight. It's that high C blast through, finish those legs high. It's hard to defend that. And as good as that finish was, the scramble almost came through.
Yeah, really gamey counter there by Carson, but too late as time runs out. And that'll be it for the meetup tonight. Thoughts, Sam?
Well, I'll be honest. So we knew South Dakota State's going to be tough. Number 11 ranked. We had a couple matches I thought we'd probably hang in there a little bit better than we did, but come away with a victory. it's good to kind of get a calibration. Like, hey, where are we at? We're getting close to the end of the season where we're going to enter into Big 12 conference, which is going to mean, I mean, some weight classes they're going to qualify a bunch of guys, but you gotta wrestle tough in these situations. So we appreciate everybody joining in, watching Wolverine Wrestling. Good stuff coming in the future. California Baptist University coming to Utah Valley February 24th. Again, remember, 11 a.m. Hope to see you out here or tune in. This is Sam Allen signing off.
Chase and Talbert, have a good night.
Have a good night. Bye-bye.